CHPRC industrial hygienists were busy taking air samples this week from air risers at the 200 West area trenches.
Okay, what we have out here are trenches with buried waste in them, and you see the vent risers coming up out of the ground over there. They go down to where the waste is, and what we are doing is we're hooking up a pump to these vent risers. We drop a tube down, which is connected to a pump, and we're pulling up some air. And then after we've purged the line for several minutes, then we open our Suma canister, which are those canisters right there. The Suma canisters are under a vacuum. And when you open the valve on them, it pulls the air into it. So the air that's down in the ground closest to the waste is the air that gets pulled into the Suma canister. That canister is then sent to WESCA for analysis to find out what organics are down in the trench with the waste.
Money for the project ran out last spring, but Recovery Act funds brought new life to the project.
This project had funding up through March of 2009. After March of 2009, we were looking at just going into a min-safe condition. It would have meant laying people off or moving people around, going to the minimum level of people necessary. But because of the ARA money, we were able to keep the people who were qualified and had been doing this work for many years and to continue doing the work. And when you retain your knowledgeable people, the people with the experience, you have a lot safer workforce.
Things were literally ramping up at the 200 West area this week as the Waste and Fuels Management Project team built a dirt ramp to help them access two deteriorated boxes of suspect transuranic waste.
Now we're leveling so that we can bring in crane and man lift and different equipment for going after that first box.
The boxes are so damaged that crews could not just simply lift the boxes out with a crane. They had to take another approach to retrieve those boxes.
We're going to go in and take the cover off, we're going to cut it and inspect the contents and build a package to eventually retrieve it and repackage.
The boxes are in trench 17, which is roughly a quarter mile in length and almost empty, thanks to stimulus money and the many crafts that work together to retrieve the boxes.
And it's been a multi-craft evolution and making this happen. In fact, some of the ideas on how to approach it were presented by those crafts. It's very important that we have the trained people and we do it safely and compliant.
In total, CHPRC will retrieve 2,500 cubic meters of suspect transuranic waste from the Hanford site. All the manpower and equipment for this huge undertaking is possible because of Recovery Act funding.